This is video lecture for week 14. In this, we study a method called integration by substitution to find the integration, and also we find the natural logarithm values using the integrals. First, integration by substitution. Let's consider an example, integration of 2x e to the power x square dx. So here we use trial and error method. What is the meaning of trial and error method? We guess and we try to get the answer. If you don't get, we do another guess and then we try to get the answer. So means our guess may be right or wrong. So that depends upon whether we get the answer or not. So let's see what ultimately we are going to do here is we need to find a function f such that f prime x is 2x e to the power x square. So let me guess fx is equal to x square e to the power x square. To know whether my answer is this guess is correct or wrong, so what I will do, I will differentiate this. So to differentiate, I will use the product rule. So this is the, so we get two terms. So we didn't get the f prime, which is 2x e to the power x square. That means our guess is wrong. So we use another guess. So this time you look at it very carefully, the integral. In this integral, the power of e is x square and this is 2x. So if you differentiate x square, you get 2x. That means one term is the derivative of the other term. So this time what I will do, I will assume fx as e to the power x square. So to check this, I will find the derivative. So to find the derivative, I will be using the chain rule. So first I differentiate e, that is e raised to x square. Then I find the derivative of x square, that is derivative of x square. This is this. Yes. So fx is e to the power x square. Then f prime is 2x e to the power x square. That is correct. Therefore, the integration of 2x e to the power x square is e to the power x square. So I write integration of 2x e to the power x square dx is e to the power x square. Since it is an indefinite integral, I will write plus c. So this guess doesn't work, this guess works. So what we found in this example is that if you have a function hx which is cannot be integrable. So here in this case hx is 2x e to the power x square, here hx, and this hx is not integrable. Therefore this hx I am writing as f of ux du by dx dx I write. That means I will write a function is such a that, see that f of ux du by dx dx. That means if I will be converting this function which is cannot be integrable to this function, that means this whole term is du and this is in u. That means the integral hx dx which is in x, I convert it into u du. This is cannot be integrable, this can be integrable very easily by doing some substitution. So that is why this method is called method of substitution. So the question is here how to assume or guess correctly. There is no method as such, but only thing you have to look into the terms and see the term. One term is the derivative of the second term, and also you have to look into the term which is what you call difficult to integral, so that you have to take as a term. For example, let's see some more examples. Here this is cannot be integrable, so this is hx as per the earlier example here. So but if I take this as u, that is u is x cube plus 5, differentiate this. So du is equal to, you see, 3x square dx. That's what I have here. So 3x square is the derivative of x cube plus 5. So therefore, I assume u as this. Then du is 3x square dx. Then the given integral, I will write it as u to the power 100, and then this whole term is du. Now you see, this is hx. That I am converted into fu. hx dx, fu du. This is difficult to integrate, but this is integrable because of this substitution. That's why it is called the method of substitution. This is easily integrable because it is a power function, 100 plus 1 by 100 plus 1 u to the this one. But your question was given in x dx and you converted into u, then you integrated, therefore you have to convert back to x. So u 101 divided by 101 plus c is x cube plus 5 to the power 101 divided by 101 plus c. This is the answer. Another example. Now we integrate x cos x square dx. But if you look at very carefully, that derivative of x square is 2x. But here I have x. So what I will do, I will take 2 extra here. To cancel that, I will divide by 2. Therefore, x cos x square dx I will write as 1 by 2 integration of 2x cos x square dx. Now you see, this 2x is derivative of x square. So that's why I will take this x square as u. Then du is this. Then the given integral becomes x cos x square dx is 1 by 2 as it is. Cos x square 2x dx is cos u du. This is integrable. It is sin u 1 by 2 I put it plus c because of the indefinite integral. I put back u as x square. So 1 by 2 sin x square plus c is the answer. Another example. This is hx. And if you look at it very carefully, if I take u as 3 tan x plus 4, you see u as 3 tan x plus 4, then du becomes 3 sec square x dx. So therefore, I can write very easily this is equal to 1 by 3 because you need 3 extra. So I will take 1 by 3. I take here 3. So 3 tan x as u to the power 5, and this whole thing is here I have taken, that is du. So this is integrable. So 1 by 3 out, u to the power 6 by 6 plus c. I put it back u as 3 tan x plus 4. So 1 by 18, that is 6 into 3, 3 tan x plus 4 to the power 6 plus c. Let's take this example, integration of sine root x by root x dx. If you look at this very carefully, what is the derivative of root x? It is 1 upon 2 times root x. So I need extra 2 here. So what I will write, sine root x by root x is equal to 2 integration of sine root x 1 upon 2 root x. So I have taken extra 2 here. So I multiply with this. So now I will take u as root x. So if you use u as root x, which is this, then du will be this, that is 1 upon 2 root x dx. So it is sin u, then this is du. So what is the integration of sine? It's minus cos u, 2, there is already this. I put back u as root x, then it is minus 2 cos root x plus c. Another example, this integration of x square upon x cube plus 5. If you look at very carefully, that derivative of x cube plus 5 is 3x square, but I have here x square. So I will add up 3 here. You see, integration of x square upon x cube plus 2 dx is 1 upon 3. I will take this 3 extra here. So I will take that derivative of this u as x cube plus 5. So it is 1 upon u, this whole thing is du 1 upon 3. What the integration of 1 upon u? Ln modulus of u plus c. So u I put it back, which is x cube plus 5. So 1 upon 3 ln x cube plus 5 plus c. So look at it, another another theorem which we already studied in the earlier last week, that the integration of f prime x divided by fx dx is ln of fx plus c. This theorem we already did. Means if you have a numerator which is the derivative of the denominator, then the answer is always ln of denominator plus c. So using that, we have an example here. You see how to find the integration of tan x. Here we have a single term. There is no two terms here. So therefore the substitution doesn't work. But using the what you call trigonometric identity, I can write tan x as sin x by cos x. Then I will take as 1 upon cos x, I take it separately. Then I take minus sin x dx, I take separately this one. So I will take minus here. So what happens here is that if I take u as cos x, what is du? It is minus sin x. So therefore I take this minus here extra, so therefore I multiply by minus, so minus 1 upon u du. So this is minus ln u plus c, and that is the answer. But if you closely look at this, the sin x is the derivative of cos x, and you need one minus, I take minus. So therefore directly I can use this formula. You see, I can use this formula, and then I write this answer for this. Even by substitution also can do it here. This is the same example, same theorem is used here. If you look at this very carefully, if I take u as tan inverse x, what is the derivative of tan inverse x? It is 1 upon 1 plus x square. So if you take u as tan inverse x, then du becomes this. So tan inverse this become, this is u square, 1 upon x square is this. Then I have the same thing here. So you see u square du 1 upon 3, then u cube, then 1 upon 3 tan inverse plus c. So that's the end of the first part of week 14. Then we will continue in the next part the remaining what you call the syllabus of week 14. Thank you.